I don't know if it's going to work or not. If it says, oh, very good. Good, it says it is. Light is going in here. What else is going into the plant? Good. What else is going into the plant? What do you see? What do plants take in? What gas do they take in? Good, now let's make sure we get water up here. Okay, water, I'm going to make sure that I put over here, H2O, and please make sure when you draw this, it goes to the roots, okay? Leaves cannot absorb water. All water in a plant has to go through the roots, and then it can go up. Very good. So we've got water, and what's the gas that goes in? Carbon dioxide. Good. Let's draw that up here, CO2, and that goes into the leaves. So we have, for a bottom equation, light plus CO2 plus H2O is going to yield. So that's what this double arrow means down here, okay? These are the reactants, or the things that we start with. We're going to move this to products. Hey guys, what is the plant producing?
Oxygen.
Yep, and that's coming from the leaves. So let's make sure we write O2. Each of those leaves has a tiny opening on it that's releasing oxygen into the environment. Very good. What else? What else is being made inside of the plant so that it can grow?
Sugars.
Yeah, sugars. Just make sure you have that label up there too. Guys, another name you're going to see for sugars today even, G3P. And I can tell you more about what that means, but just think of them as sugars. So guys, we have our reactants over here on the left. Our products are going to be over here on the right, and we've already said one of our products is this sugar. And the other one up here is oxygen. Guys, do you have this on your papers? What do you think? Is this kind of an interesting way of doing notes? Okay. I'm a very visual person, so I kind of like it. I'm still getting used to the board itself. Okay. I could turn this down just a little bit more. Perfect. All right. If you guys don't have any questions, let's take this off. Oh, I know it even says it on the back of yours. I almost forgot this. Let's make sure we label this. Yeah, this whole process underneath the arrow is the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Now guys, why do we care about that? Photosynthesis is this idea of converting sunlight energy into sugars that we can use for the plant right here. So sunlight right here, that's one form of energy. We're going to change that into energy that can be used to make the plant grow. And we'll talk about the details about that here in just a little bit. Okay. Hey guys, let me get this erased, and let's go down to the next picture that you have down there, the one below this, and that's where we start getting into the details. So I've got this down. Let me go to here. I think I can shrink this and say trash. Now let's go to this again. So again, once I get used to this, I think I'll be a little bit faster, but media play, let's go here. I have to go here first and scroll down to this image. Okay, this is the image we're going to look at next, okay? And so, one more time here, yes. And transparency, background color, woo, wild. Yes, even better. All right, we've got that. And let's call that good. Okay, blow this up. Blow it up. Blow it up. Down here. So now we've got this. Let's identify the different parts that we've got going right here. Hey guys, this first thing, this layer, I'm going to let you know that this is something found inside of the cell. Okay, I'm looking. How come I don't see my drawing up there? There it is. Okay. Look at this stuff right here. This is a membrane. You'll notice it has not one, but two membranes all the way around it. Okay. This is that's a lovely sound. This is an organelle found inside of plant cells. Plant cells, fungi, some bacteria. Any idea what this organelle is that's supposed to be green? cellular organelles. I know we didn't review them a whole lot. It starts with CH. Yeah, chloroplast. Excellent. Bless you. Would you guys just label this over here as a chloroplast? And remember, not everything has a chloroplast. In fact, I told the last group I'm going to ask you guys for a journal question on Friday. It's going to be, what would happen if people did have chloroplast in their bodies? Okay? If our cells had chloroplast, how might the world be different? Just kind of think about that. It's kind of wild. Okay? Bless you. I got this off here. Let's keep going with this. Let's label some of these things. First of all, this one is pretty obvious, right? This zigzag back and forth. What do you think this is supposed to be? What do we usually draw as a bunch of zigzags going inside to this organelle?
Energy.
Say it again?
Energy.
Energy, right. Energy is specifically in the form of light. Okay? So this is where the light goes in. It's going to go through the chloroplast, that double membrane, and it's going to hit these structures down here called grana. Now, we'll talk more, we'll look at what the grana do, but this is where the electrons are, okay? It's all about electrons, and we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Now, I have something else. We have light energy going in, but look at this green arrow right here. See if I turn it on like this green arrow. What do you suppose that this is? What is this blue dot supposed to be that goes into this process of photosynthesis? Almost, you're right, CO2 does go in. It's not this one, so good. In fact, you know what? Let's just put it over here. You're right. This one is CO2. CO2 is going to go in right here. Perfect. Now, what's another thing that goes inside photosynthesis?
Water.
Yep, H2O. What do you guys think? Do you like it with me in the background or me not in the background? Ooh, I like it with me not in the background. A little bit nicer. All right, H2O. Hey guys, water goes in here, and it's going to go to these things. I'm sorry, I'll step aside right here. These things right here are called the granum. They're going to do where the chemical reaction is going to happen, and it's going to split water. So when we split water, we're going to put some hydrogens in here. I'm not going to even draw them, but what's coming out down here is, what's the air we're breathing right now? O2. Yes. Okay. Make sure you label that circle as O2. There's our oxygen. Good. Now, we're taking these things in. I do want to point out this. The other big thing, and I'm going to change markers because this is super important, this little lightning bolt right here, to separate water into oxygen, it's producing something else with these electrons. Any idea what this, what is the cellular energy called? 3 letters. 3 letters that represent energy that cells use, or body uses. I'll give you a hint. First one is A. What's next? Oh, good guess. Next one is T, and the last one is P. ATP is the energy that cells use. But we had to make that energy over here, and then, guys, if you can see that arrow, okay, it's making ATP in this process. That's good. Now we have another energy-carrying compound down here, and this guy, I'm just going to tell you, you don't need to memorize it, NADPH. And all that it does is carry electrons, okay? We're going to need lots of energy, if I could even put my little thing around this, lots of energy in ATP and electron energy from NADPH. It's going to convert carbon dioxide through this process into something else down here. Any idea what does carbon dioxide get turned into? That makes up the whole plant. Sugars, excellent, okay? So this box down here, I can't write in it, I'll write beside it. This is supposed to be sugar. If you want to put off to the side, G3P. Okay, the only way it can do this is because it's getting lots of energy to convert carbon dioxide into sugar. Excellent. Now, when we're done with this whole process, this is called the Kelvin cycle, by the way. We don't need to know that. we used up the energy. The energy converted the CO2 into sugars, and so now we've got to spit out that molecule. It's no longer ATP. We call this one ADP. And if you're wondering what that is, the first one is adenosine triphosphate. The next one is adenosine diphosphate. It does not have energy, not like ATP does, okay? So it's got to be reused. We're going to say, hey, send it back here, put it back over here to get some energy. And the same thing with this one. This NADPH, it lost its energy. It now becomes NADP+. We got rid of it. We got rid of that hydrogen because it got used up over here. It takes lots of energy to convert carbon dioxide to sugar. We're pretty good. Just so you know, don't write it down. This side right here is called the light reaction. This side over here is called the dark reaction, or the Calvin cycle. But pretty cool. Do you guys have any questions on anything?